Last month, I hit 11 years with my Sisterlocks. I still can't believe it's been that long. It is definitely still the best hair decision I've ever made. And I would say it's one of the best decisions I made in my 20s, period. In this video, I wanna give you an update and talk about how these luscious locks are doing. And I wanna answer some of the questions that you guys asked me on IG. Hey lovely people, if you're new around here, I'm Latoya and welcome to the channel. This channel is all about locks, travel, and living your best life. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Do you have a name for your locks? It might be weird, but I've been getting this urge lately. It feels like she's all grown up now. I know her personality and her characteristics. So I feel like it's only natural that she has a name. I've been thinking Amelia. I don't know, she looks like an Amelia. She feels like an Amelia to me. But please let me know that I am not the only one. Last week I did a spring refresh on my locks. I did my annual color. Yes, I color my hair once a year and I love how it turned out. I knew it was time because my roots had fully grown in, of course. And also I noticed that from here down to my roots was looking really white and faded. So I knew it was time to give it the color and I love it. I feel like I am ready for summer. Summer, where are you? So cold here. I also got my hair retightened and so you can see my grit again. I can feel my scalp again. I didn't get to trim my ends last week because we ran out of time, but I was gonna trim them. I noticed lately I have the urge to trim my hair more and more, and it's kind of conflicted because I want my hair to grow. I want to get my hair down to my lower back, but also I have the urge to trim. I think it's not because it's heavy, my hair is super light, but it's because when I put my jacket on, I'm pulling so much hair out of the back of my jacket. Or when I sit down in my car, for example, I have to shift my hair around or otherwise I'm pulling on it in my back. So I feel like that's what's causing me to have the urge to want to trim, but then I also want it to grow. So I don't know how that works. What I really want to do to my hair next is add sprinkles. I discovered sprinkles, I think last year, and I've been dying to try them. I love hair jewelry, but because of how thin, I have some really thin locks, especially in the front, it's not easy to find hair jewelry that fits and that doesn't slip off and get lost eventually. So I think sprinkles are the way to go for me, but I'm too lazy to do them myself. I did mention it to my loctician and we were supposed to do it a couple of times, but once I sit there for 4 hours and get my hair retightened, I just don't want to sit for another 30-40 minutes. I have found some really cute Sisterlocks jewelry on Etsy, but of course they are American based. So for me here in Canada to get those lock jewelry here is $30 to $40 for shipping. And I'm not doing that. Get my stuff together and get the energy together and do some sprinkles. But overall, I have no concerns about my hair. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have never been more appreciative of having my locks than I am right now. I thought in my 20s I was busy. I had no idea what was waiting for me in my 30s. I just don't have to worry about that aspect. I know I wake up, I spray my hair, give it some coconut oil, a little bit of leave-in, and I just go. I want to answer some questions that I got from you guys on IG and also through YouTube. I put up a post there asking if anybody had questions for me. And so some people did submit some questions and I want to answer those. By the way, if you are not following me on IG, do you mind going ahead and doing that? I have a love-hate relationship with that platform, but it's such a good way to keep in touch, like with my daily updates. I love posting stories. So if you want to see stories about my hair, travel, and build our little community over there. So the first question is, would you ever go back to your natural hair color? No, I don't think so. I love coloring my hair. I've been coloring my hair since the moment my hair was officially locked. So it was like just at year 1, I think it was exactly 12 months, I colored my hair for the first time, and I've been coloring my hair literally for a decade. It's a bit of like a fun project for me because every time I color my hair, I go into the hair store and I love just like choosing different colors and mixing and matching depending on how I feel. I'll go lighter one year or darker. So I feel like it just adds a little pizzazz and a little bit more character, and it's just me. My locks plus the color equals Latoya. So have you experienced any hair loss from your locks? I haven't experienced any hair loss. I have seen this topic kind of popping up online, and actually on a couple of my shorts, people have talked about this, mostly relating stories of like older women that they know, their mom, their aunties. I think from any hairstyle, whether you're relaxing, braiding, you can face hair loss, but I think it's not the hairstyle itself, but all the other factors. For example, so many of these stories that I hear are about older women. Older people in general typically are on medications. From my own family, I know that my mom is on like diabetic medication. Those medications over time, they do cause hair thinning, they cause hair loss. Also, how you take care of your locks over time does have an effect. I do 6 to 8 weeks. That's my retightening schedule. I have heard some people talking about retightening their locks every 3 to 4 weeks. For me, I would be nervous to do that schedule because I feel like that's a lot of pressure being put on your hair. Also, my loctician, what I absolutely love about her is that she's all about health, the health of your hair, not just the aesthetics, but also the health. So a part of that is that she doesn't retighten my hair tight. You know, like some people want it to be tight so that it lasts or whatever. I don't want that. I don't want to leave my loctician with a headache or with a sore head because it's going to damage your hair. And over time, I would think that hair loss could be caused by actions like that. So I think there are so many factors to think about when we think about hair loss. And I don't think it's accurate to say that locks cause hair loss. The only kind of loss of hair that I have faced is like losing locks. So I lost a lock last month in Cuba. I was actually shocked. I was like in the bathroom just finger combing my hair and a lock just fell out. I rarely lose a lock. I did lose one lock in 2024, and I remember that because it was the first lock that I reattached. So my loctician was able to reattach that lock in a second, and I was like, ooh, okay, because before, when I had lost any locks, I would just flush them down the toilet. And then before 2024, in 2020, I lost 4 locks, but that was because it was COVID and I didn't retighten my hair for about 9 months. I had inches and inches of new growth. So some of my locks were really just being held up by strands of hair. Here in Toronto, the locticians were closed, the salons were closed for months. So that's a part of why that happened. So I lost 4 locks in 2020, 1 in 24, and then 1 this year in 2025. That's about, I think, all the locks I have lost. I don't even remember losing any locks before that. Do you have any breakage or extra dryness when you color your locks? I don't have any breakage, but I do have shedding. So that first week after I color my locks, they do shed a bit. And I do have dryness. So for that first week, every day I spray my hair naturally, whether it's like just colored or not, I spray my hair. But what I do extra is I do my coconut oil almost every day, and I do my leave-in conditioner every day. So just moisturizing until I feel like she's been restored. How do you get the lint out? I haven't had too much of a lint problem. I would say year 5, 6, I did start having some lint in the back of my hair. And then I started wearing my bonnet every single night. And since I did that, I have not had a lint problem. And also I'm very cautious with what I put on my hair. I have hats that have satin and silk lining in them, and I try to keep those. So that's my 11-year update. I've linked my Sisterlocks playlist in the comments in case you want to see any videos I have related to washing my hair, coloring my hair, moisturizing, basically all the things. I have a lot of videos now, so they're all linked in that playlist if you want to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more. See you in the next video.